In this little video tutorial, I'm going to take you on a tour of one of our tools that we'll be talking about in Thing 1 about basics. And this tool is called Diigo. This is a way to store your favorite bookmarks on the internet. I really love this because prior to Diigo's existence, when you bookmarked a favorite site on your computer and you went home and you wanted to get back to that bookmark, you could not. It only existed on the computer that you used to create the bookmark. And this actually puts it up, stores it on the internet so you can have access to your bookmarks on any computer that has an internet connection. So it makes your bookmarks much more accessible. That's one of the key reasons why I like it a lot, but there's also a lot of extra features that help you connect with other people and find better sites. Some of the key features we're going to go over in this tour, we'll start out with the library, and that's just your collection of bookmarks. And they can be websites, images, they can be a portion of a website that you want to capture and save. Your library is a place to keep you organized, and one way you can stay organized is by using tags, which are keywords that you apply to a bookmark that you create. And you can also put bookmarks into lists. That helps me stay organized because I can group similar bookmarks. People can then also access your bookmarks in a list, and so that is helpful when you're trying to share resources with other people. You can highlight and annotate content that you find on the web, and in your library you can also use the search feature. And another key feature of Diigo is the ability to subscribe to groups and also network with other people. Alright, I'm going to get started here by going to the website. It's www.diigo.com. When you go to this website, you may want to watch their tour. I think it's a great resource, so feel free to watch that tour. Up at the top here is where you can sign in if you already have a Diigo account, or you can join if you don't. Your Diigo account information is very similar to a lot of other services that you might be signing up for. First name, last name, creating a username. I do have a username, so I'm going to sign in. And I'm going to be taken in right to my library. So all of my bookmarks are in the center of the page, and right now they're being organized by the date that I bookmarked them. You can see along the side I have some tags that I have applied to some of my bookmarks, and you'll also see that I have created lists, and I will show you a little bit more about how I do tagging and create lists once I demonstrate how to bookmark a site. You also have the option to bookmark images, and you can write notes. And I had said that you can use the search feature here to help you find resources also. I like to use Diigo as a searching tool, and you have some options. You can search within your own library, and the community means every Diigo user. Find users matching smartboard, and also groups interested in smartboard. So that's very helpful. They are groups that specifically that's one of their interests. That is a good thing, I think, and I'm just going to demonstrate here to search the whole community. I also like the fact that when you have search results showing to you, it tells you how many people have bookmarked this site. So again, it is kind of giving weight to the usefulness of this site. And you can see this webpage kind of pops up in this little window, and you can also write a comment to yourself and things like that. And I think of this as like a preview window, and if you think to yourself, ooh, this does look really good and I want to go further, you can click the link right here and it'll take you to this site. And then that way you can go ahead and look around a little bit more, and if I decide I really like this, this is where I would choose to bookmark it. And this leads me to a portion of my tour where I want to stress the importance of installing the Diigo toolbar, because that's really going to help you to bookmark your sites a whole lot faster. If you are back in your library, there is a button to add a bookmark, but most times when you find a site you like, you're not going to want to copy the address and then go back and manually create that bookmark. You're going to want to do something like this where you just press the button and it's going to save this URL, and it's also going to pop in the title. Anything that you highlight when you say that you want to bookmark it automatically gets populated into the description. So I like that. It makes me not have to type as much, and it will recommend some tags for me. I can also start to type in my own tags, and also I have a tag for interactive whiteboards, and I can also here from this option to add this to a list. I even have a list of interactive whiteboard resources. When you feel like you're all ready to go, you can save that and you can go back to your library. And what I'm going to do is just refresh my page. Your newest bookmark will show up all the way at the top. Moving on now to the groups. That's another key feature that I think is really helpful because you might want to find people who are interested in the same type of topics as you. I can also browse other popular groups. And there's also a category here, all for things related to school and education. 1,504 groups, so quite a few. The thing that I think is helpful for me is that they tell you here how many items they have and also how many members. So this Classroom 2.0, I can see that it's a pretty active group, and that makes it a little bit more likely for me to want to join that group. If you don't have a lot of people in a group or they don't have a whole lot of bookmarks, then they're not gonna be feeding you a whole lot of information. And so you do want to pick something that you feel is fairly active, and there's a button here. You can join this group. This is real nice too because you can choose to have an email sent to you with a summary of the latest bookmarks. I might go for weekly, and I'm going to say I want to finish. And now I'm going to go back to my library, and I'm going to finish up really quickly with a little bit about networking. Networking is very, very similar to groups, but it's instead of group of people, this is actually when you will link up with a single person. It might be somebody you met up with at a workshop, somebody that maybe a blog that you follow, maybe they're out on Diigo. Very similar to groups, just kind of building up that network of people who are sharing very good resources with you. I think I've kind of hit the high notes. I could go on and on about this wonderful tool, but I'm going to let you guys get in and investigate. And of course, if you have any questions, please put them out in the course questions forum and we will address those. And I really hope you enjoy Diigo as much as I do. Thanks. Bye.